Hello my friends and welcome to your daily dose of Broodwar. This is a very special series, fresh from the ladder. Just was played in the last week. Actually, the last 3 or 4 days. This series was played on ladder. It's between SOMA and BISU. And it is going to be a hell of a series. We've got a bunch of games. I won't tell you how many exactly. I almost did there. But for your enjoyment, for the lack of spoiler, or to anti-spoiler you here, I won't tell you how many games are going to be played, but just that it is a long series, guys. We've got a ton of games, so let's get started. BISU here in the top right-hand corner. Gonna be throwing down his gateway first on the low ground using that high ground pylon. I've talked about this before. There's like positives and negatives to this. One of the positives is that if you are forced to hold your ramp with a zealot and a probe, it makes it a little bit easier to hold on because your gateway can be attacked, but your pylon is safe. If the opponent goes into a big Ling flood, however, you're not going to be able to throw down the forge here on the left side to make a stronger wall here, which is going to be a bit of a problem. We've got a 11 hatch, it looks like, or a 12 hatch here from SOMA. He's already thrown down his third. Everything's looking pretty normal as the zealot makes its way over here towards the natural. It is cross map position, so this zealot's not going to be able to make it in to the main base before these lings are hatched, and might have ended up getting surrounded if you walked in here. Plus, behind the mineral patches is not that strong on Vermeer. You can kind of take one of these positions, but then the lings will come around and get a decent surround on you, and you're gonna end up losing that zealot. So BISU falls back with his zealot, joins up with his second zealot here, which has come across the map now, and one more zealot back at home. The forge gets thrown down. There's the pylon here on the low ground to allow for this wall in now, and the wall is complete. We've got another zealot about to pop out, so he's pretty safe back at home. He's got 2 zealots here at the front. He's thinking about going in. The moment he sees these lings, he knows he has to back away. Gonna send out 2 more zealots, actually, so taking a bit of a risk here, and a ling will get in for free. If this was like 4 lings, this would be a really big problem here right now for BISU, but luckily it's just the one. Just the one ling here, gonna be wandering around inside the natural and possibly getting up into the main as well, doing a little damage to this nexus. Not that that's going to matter much, but as the 4 zealots arrive here, we're gonna have to see quite a few more lings pop out. I don't see any lings in production though. Okay, 1 ling is in production. Almost losing that drone there, but nice pull away. He's gonna lose quite a bit of HP on this hatchery, and what he's trying to do is to bait these lings over to defend this hatchery so that he can run these 2 zealots into the natural and into the main. Doesn't look like SOMA's gonna fall for that, but he may end up falling for it now. He sent about 8 lings over here to deal with these. No, this is 7 lings, I guess. 7 lings here to deal with these 2 zealots. That's just barely enough to deal with 2 zealots. He's got only 4 lings back at home, so BISU actually not pulling the trigger and sending these 2 lings into the main, which actually could have done a bit of damage. That's a little bit unfortunate for him, missing out on that opportunity. SOMA's really cut lings pretty seriously here, and now the ling speed is done, so he's gonna get over here, a great surround, kill these 2 zealots, and now these 2 zealots are on an island by themselves. They are stuck over here. They're not really gonna get any damage done, it doesn't look like. And he spots this with the Overlord. He could just put the Overlord right here, keep an eye on these, and it looks like he will do so. Overlord here in the main was spotting everything out. He sees the Stargate here. He sees the Citadel. Nothing crazy coming out of Soma. He's got his Spire on the way. Placing it in the main, or in the natural, which I kind of like this, but I feel like putting it right here is better. Like, put it behind the mineral patches, because maybe there wasn't enough creep there just yet. These zealots finally did come out, but the rallied lings will be able to deal with this. Pretty good control out of BISU, but it's difficult. Oh, wow. He's actually gonna hold on. This zealot with just 6 HP. Are you kidding me? How many kills do each of these have? 2 and 3. So doing a great job with that micro, actually. Now gonna lose that last zealot, but running into the main just to get a little bit more information. Some more zealots heading out now. 5 zealots coming out here, and I don't think they've been spotted, so this might catch Soma by surprise, but it's gonna be a bit of an anti-timing with the 5 zealots coming across the map. With the +1 upgrade about 3/4 of the way done. This is a tempo play. He forces the lings to run all the way back home, and now he's gonna come out and surprise these the Zerg player here with a buttload more zealots coming into this into this third base. And this could do a lot, but it could also get completely cleaned up. We've got more lings coming out. He can choose the time of the engagement here. Soma can, because he has that ling speed. He is going to take some damage on this hatchery, but as more lings pop out, he will be able to surround this. And without that +1, these lings are not going to trade, or these zealots are not going to trade well against the mass ling. Oh, did I right-click something there? I'm not sure, but there we go. We are free. The camera is free once again. Zealots are going down here. And that was a decent trade. A very decent trade for Soma. Picking off that many zealots before the +1 upgrade is done. Definitely putting him in a advantageous position here going forward. Now we're ready to move out with these Corsairs. We've got 5 Corsairs, and +1 is not quite done yet. So they're not going to be able to two-shot those Scourge just yet. This could be another anti-timing here for BISU as he comes across the map. I mean, imagine if he had 5 more zealots here and the +1 and the speed was done. This would be a lot stronger. Coming after this hatchery once again, trying to deal some damage, but we've got the Sunken Colony in a nice little position here. And mutas are out, so they're going to be pushing these back, dealing as much damage to the zealots as possible. They're just going to be running away here, and pretty much everything BISU has done in this early game has been swiftly dispatched by Soma. So he's got to be feeling very good right now. Killing the egg to open up this pathway for Dragoons and such to escape. Carapace is coming up here, so bit of a commitment to possibly more mutas, possibly a lot of Scourge just to deal with these few Corsairs. There's actually 7 Corsairs now, just the 1 Stargate, but he's been pumping constantly, and now that 8 Corsair is going to head across the map, they can deal with air units incredibly fast. That's a lot of Scourge though. Look at how many Scourge we have in this group. They are very dumb though. It's so hard to get these to connect, and sometimes they'll all connect on just 1 or 2 Corsairs. If you're not careful, and especially, you know, you're really trying to get these things to connect onto the Corsair before they all die. There's not a lot of time to split your Scourge, to clone your Scourge onto different Corsairs, so a lot of times that can happen. Also, the Corsairs are really stacked up, so again, it's hard to split your shots, but we've got mutas flying into the main now. He's gonna go after this 1 cannon. We've got 1 cannon there. All the Corsairs are coming back. The Scourge are spreading. Here we go. Coming in from multiple angles here. Gets a couple, but that was a Scourge massacre there. So many Scourge went down, and hardly any of them connected. I think we lost maybe 2 Corsairs, and none of the others managed to hit. These are all healthy Corsairs here, trying to fly in with the mutas, but will get caught now. Looks like this last muta probably going to go down as well. Nope, misses the moving shot there, so not going to be able to finish that off. But a pittance of muta is left over at this point. Just 2 muta are left alive. Lurker upgrade on the way. +1 is coming up here as well. Hydra is in full force, moving across the map. I'm gonna send out some overlords. That speed is done as well. The supply is looking pretty healthy here. The drone count looking decent as well. As these Hydras move across the map, I don't think they're gonna want to fully engage here. Maybe try to come in, just pick off a couple of Templar, and the drone count is gonna start to explode once again. You want to produce, yeah, 8, 10 drones. Get yourself up to that 50 count, maybe 55, 60 on 4 bases. Another couple of hatcheries should be going down here shortly as well, and we're gonna go into a late game from Soma. He just wants to put on a bit of pressure, take some trades. That's some great micro from him. Ooh, eating quite a storm there though, losing 3 Hydras. Some good play back and forth, a little bit of good skirmishing here in the middle, trying to take little advantages, but not throwing away army uselessly against this. Oh, Corsairs almost flying into that pack of Hydra. Could have ended up losing a lot of those, but the purple Zerg heading across the map here once again, looking for more skirmishes. The 3rd base is up and running. 4th base is now here for Soma as well, up to that 60 drone count. There's the additional hatches starting to fall, to go down here as the supply gets higher and higher, now at 141. Really blossoming in that supply. Tons of Hydras coming out. We're gonna see Lurkers soon as well. We haven't seen any on the field just yet, but as this 4th gas comes online, we're gonna see a bunch of those start to hit the field. 4 gas is where you, oh my goodness, that's a lot of mutas. Whoa, look at all the mutas popping out right now. We've got like 11 mutas, I think. And if you can track these Corsairs and maybe see that they're on this side of the map, you know, keep the Hydras between them and the retreat path, maybe he can get over here with the muta and kill off a bunch of these Templars. Only 1 Archon with this army. He's gonna get the moving shot on these. He's got Scourge here. This is a huge moment. Scourge and muta tracking this down and killing off all the Corsairs. That is massive. Great play there from Soma. You hardly ever see it. The Scourge chasing and the mutas in a high number just diving on top, following and getting that moving shot on the Corsairs. Here we go. He's going to come in. He's going for it. We've got quite a few Templar as they've just popped out now. Oh, great storm to preempt this dive in. Now it's going to be it's going to be scarier now to dive with these mutas. He's actually going to go for a cannon, but another great storm on top of these mutas, and now the Dragoons are here as well. These low HP mutas are going to have to fall back. I thought for sure he was going to utilize these mutas for some Templar snipes, but they are so badly damaged now. Like 1, 2 more storms on these, they will all end up blowing up. This is not, however, a bad position for Soma. He has so much going for him right now. He's got 62 oh my god, wrecked, absolutely wrecked there. Hydra's going down at the 12 o'clock as they get cleared out. It appears that BISU will be taking this next base. Another skirmish here in the middle, just pure Hydra kiting backwards against these Zealots, doing a great job of just killing off a few Zealots here and there. Now gonna dive on top of a Templar. Get it, get it. He gets it. Templar goes down. That Templar also very, very low. Could have dived on that as well. 2 bases going down on opposite ends of the map. Soma continuing to pump his Hydra count up. We still don't have any Lurkers, and another wave of muta was just produced. Really committing to this muta play is Soma. Soma gonna have another group of like 12 mutas to come in here and try to snipe Templar. He really wants to. Whoa, look at this. Look at this purple on the map. Just spreading out everywhere. Units going all over the place. I don't know how he does it, but I guess with 420 APM, nearly anything is possible. Just spreading. Look at the spread of purple out here. Every part of this map is now within the vision of Soma. Soma gonna move here into the middle. and start to set down lurkers. These are the first lurkers I've seen this game. Let's take a look at the upgrades before the attack happens. 2-0 to 1-2 for the Protoss, diving on top of some of these Templar. Here we go, going after the Templar here. Couple of them getting picked off. 2-3 Templar have gone down. Hydra's hitting all different locations at the same time. These Hydras here hitting the 12 o'clock got ravaged by the storm, and that supply dropped down quite a bit there. A little bit too wild here. Soma spreading himself too thin, sending Hydras in all different directions, and this is actually a very scary moment for Soma. He's producing a lot of Hydras back at home, but he doesn't have like a lurker spread. He doesn't have huge lurker spreads all throughout the middle here, with which to hold back BISU. So if his army gets crushed, he's just not gonna have much to fall back to. And we've got BISU heading over here towards the center left. All we got is Fear Hydra here with this heavy Zealot play and a lot of storms ready. Okay, actually, he's gonna go for the Templar snipes once again. Big storms on these mutas to go after this last Templar. He gets both a Templar, but for the cost of like 8 muta, I'm not sure if it's really worth it. Now the Hydras can fight purely against Dragoon and Zealot. Few lurkers are being brought up, and he knows he's got to retreat. Some Templar are being brought to the front. 4 more Templar coming up here, so 4 more storms will be available. Pushing towards the center left once again. Here's those storms. Pretty good dodge there from Soma, just backing away from the storms every single time, and not able to push forward any further here. BISU dropping in supply to 171. Whereas Soma now getting into his latest game tag. Adrenal Glands is on the way. Do we have any upgrades for the Lings? Damn, no. Unfortunate here for Soma. He hasn't kept on top of those Ling upgrades. A lot of players these days are going for just double Evo Chamber, where they're gonna get Hydralisk attack and Ling attack at the same time. Try to keep up with that, because these Lings are gonna be doing almost no damage against the Zealots and Dragoons here. Lurkers rushing up to the front. Great burrow there. No storms to contest that. This just barely not enough energy for a storm here on this High Templar. He's gonna run forward, tracking this down. Oh, nice storm there on the left-hand side. I thought we were gonna go for Templar snipes here, but actually just engaging the army, picking off a few more Dragoons. And Soma has held on to this center left base, and critically this bottom right base as well, although there's nothing really here. This is such a strange way of playing for Soma. I feel we have really not built hardly any lurkers this game. There's a few showing up now, but a lot of players, you know, you get this base in the bottom right, you set up at least like 3-4 lurkers here on high ground, get a Nidus Canal. If anything starts to run up this ramp, you just pop stuff through the Nidus and prevent that from coming up that ramp. But he's just completely neglected to do this. One Sunken is all that's defending down here in the bottom right. Of course, we've got Hydras moving around on the right side just in case something starts to get sent down that way. You know, 5 Zealots or whatever, what have you. A Hydralisk Ling counterattack over here to the center right, while BISU is trying to take the top left. Looks like he's going to abandon this position, let it go down while pushing through here on the center left. A lot of storms going down, a lot of Dragoons taking out lurkers here in large numbers. Some emergency sunken colonies being thrown down on the left-hand side as another wave of units comes up from the rally point here. Lurkers, Lings, and Hydras making their way to the front. Going to be taking fights against these Archons, but the sunken colonies are getting broken through. The Archon here is doing a great job cleaning out these Hydras, and wow, BISU actually pushing through. He's going to clear this, but he may end up losing the entirety of this army, dropping down to 70 workers. So there was a lot of workers for Soma just before this, coming up from the right-hand side, but getting flanked by some reinforcements here. BISU picking off as many Archons as he can before he loses all these Hydras. I think he got like 4 or 5 Archons there. It's a pretty decent play from Soma. Lings and Hydras clearing out the last few Dragoons, but resupply here from BISU pushing forward. may end up taking out this base on the center left. This is a huge moment for BISU, able to clear this out while simultaneously taking this on high ground. 24 kill! Oh my god. That drop. Oh. Wait a second. Oh my god, we're gonna have to go back and watch that. 24 kill lurker here, dropping BISU's probes to just 33. He's got less than half the workers of SOMA now. Ah, I can't believe that. That is so clutch. During all of that attacking, SOMA with the presence of mind to lurker drop this high ground, gets this kill, kills off all of those probes. Fantastic use of this incredibly high APM to just get those drops going. Looks like now he's gonna push up towards the natural here. This is a great move. I love this move here from SOMA. You're basically forcing the Protoss to engage you, especially in these small situations, these scrappy situations. You can't allow the Zerg to take your rally point here. You have to get over here and deal with this. So he's gonna force BISU to come out and attack this while simultaneously getting over to this side, trying to harass this base, trying to take on this army. And the only thing that BISU can do is just build up as much of a force as he can and to try to break through here. He should be producing some dragoons, but he's just got hardly any money right now. You can see he's not really producing anything at the moment aside from a few probes. 39 workers is all he has right now, and the saturation is looking really weak at the moment. A couple of storms going down, but it's gonna take eternity here to break through all of these lurkers with just storms. So he's gonna have to pull the trigger eventually on a breaking out of this location. And during that time, SOMA has seized the supply lead. He is getting very far ahead here with massive Hydra lurker Ling army coming up here, rallying to the front. He's managed to secure this base in the bottom right now. He's going to be able to grab that gas as well. He could snag this base. He's even got a worker here ready to do so. Some Archons going down here at the front. Small groups of Hydras taking good trades against these Templar. I would love to see him run forward here and snipe a few of these Templars. Really not that many goons to fight back against that. Lurker spreading out here, trying to take as little damage as possible from these storms. Hydra Ling moving over towards the left-hand side. Any opportunity he sees to dive upon any of these bases, he will jump on that. We've got Defiler finally popping out here. These Defilers have been stuck for I don't know how long. You really need to kill this. SOMA, what are you doing, actually? Kill this egg and let the Defilers free. I don't know how long these have been sitting here because they've got 100 energy. I think they start with 75. So they've been sitting there for quite some time. Really need to be sent to the front. Having the Defiler here makes this so much less breakable. It's crazy how hard it is to get out of your base when you have Defiler here as well. It's gonna be just so hard to get out here. There's the Defiler now making its way to the front. One of them has managed to escape the base. That egg is just, it's so painful right now. It's so painful. Army coming around here to the left-hand side. We're gonna try to pincer this lurker army, and I think BISU has the momentum to do so. He should be able to break out of here. Such a shame that SOMA didn't have Defiler with this army, but that egg really throwing him for a loop there, not allowing him to bring those Defilers to the front. A lot of lurkers popping up here. Now finally the Dark Swarm is ready, but most of the lurkers have already been killed, and now it's actually hurting SOMA because these Hydras are trying to kill the Archons. There we go. Gonna get this Archon at least. Pick that off. Draw these Zealots into the lurkers. of Dragoon here in this army is not going to be very useful against this Dark Swarm. Looks like there's only 2 lurkers under the Dark Swarm right now. Maybe this one not even actually under there. A lot more units coming up here for our Zerg player. He's going to have a Plague as well. A ton of these units end up getting plagued. And the Defiler's going to come back for more. He's got another Dark Swarm here to use. Throwing down a Dark Storm here and taking another fight with this army. BISU still does have mining, so he's still producing, but again, he's lost so many probes this game. He's just not able to produce quite at the level of what SOMA can make. He's going to send a bunch of Zealots down here to the bottom right. There's actually nothing here to defend. So again, skimping on lurkers throughout this game. SOMA really not going to have much to defend this bottom right, and maybe if BISU can get in here and deny this base, he might have a chance here. A lot of lurkers and hydras making their way up from the left-hand side. Looks like we've got a counterattack with the lurker going to high ground. Zealots getting in here on top of these workers, killing off a lot of them. Lurkers being morphed here are going to be killed by these Archons. Archons do crush through lurker eggs pretty fast. Storm on this ramp should be able to allow BISU access up into the top right, but he's got another base to kill here down at the front base here. I don't know what to call that. Another lurker here on high ground with 3 more kills, denying this mining once again. Cracklings making their way over here to this base. Oh, I don't know if he canceled that. Still got 1,100 resources there, so maybe he did in fact cancel. Dropping a couple of storms here. Does lose a Templar, but he's making his way up here. Oh, great Plague. I think you need to engage this right here, right now. Try to storm this ramp, get rid of the egg, and try to make his way up into the top, bottom right. Maybe actually he doesn't need to. There's actually not that many minerals here. I think maybe BISU just force a cancel here. If he can deny this base, that would be massive. Just denying this base, I think that SOMA's gonna mine out. This will mine out in another minute or a few more minutes. Around 500 resources, so a third of the resources are left. And as long as he keeps this base alive, he needs to storm and kill these lurkers, of course. But as long as he keeps this base alive and he gets back to mining here, and if he shuts down this base, SOMA is going to mine out eventually. This is a pretty close game right now. BISU has his army on the left-hand side. He's not going to be able to save these Templar and Storms here on the right-hand side. This Nexus goes down. I think it's time to get up here and take this base, actually, BISU. You're not going to be able to take this one. This is a little bit too far from the other defensive position you need to be holding. Another lurker jumping onto some probes here, trying to get some of those kills. Does get 4 probes. Another probe goes down, dropping BISU down once again to just 34 workers, but he manages to kill this base here in the center left. And I'm telling you guys, he is about to run out of minerals. We are getting so low on the minerals here for SOMA. But he cannot allow this force to get over here and break this base. He's got 2 Templar and 4 cannon. Can he hold on? Some reinforcements making their way up here. Oh gosh, bunch of probes being transferred. If he kills all these probes, that would be super painful. Some lurkers not doing anything. They need to be burrowed. Why are they not burrowed? If the lurkers were burrowed here, he could have killed every probe. Oh my goodness. BISU clears out this high ground here. He gets his probes to mining over at this other base. This is the last mining base for BISU, and he may be able to secure this upper left. Still, the supply is incredibly even, 94 to 93. But there's still 10 more drones on the field for SOMA, so this army supply is actually bigger than it looks. Some storms being thrown down, a few units going to be picked off here, but the overwhelming number of lings and hydras that manages to push through. Oh, this is incredibly close, guys. I don't know who's going to be able to take this. We've got Templar back at home. He needs to keep his main base alive. And he needs to secure another location here. I'm surprised we don't have Pylon and Cannon going up on this high ground right now. Because of that, it can be incredibly hard to break. Another base coming down here for Soma. Soma trying to get a few lurkers prepared. Another lurker on high ground. Oh god, this has just been the bane of really BISU's existence in this game. He's been constantly threatened by these lurkers on high ground. 11 kills on this lurker, dropping down to just 22 probes. Imagine if you'd taken this base instead of this base, or this base, either one. I feel like it's pretty much just as easy to hold, but the lurkers can't get on the high ground and prevent that, and prevent you from mining over and over again. So unfortunate for BISU. His army is getting surrounded here. He's got nothing left. He can't mine. All he's doing is making a few Archons and trying to fight through this. Enough lurkers here, though, it looks like, to completely shut down this attack. And with Soma mining here, I think this is it. GG. BISU taps out. What a game. And just what a lurker attack. Let's go back and take a look. Okay, guys, here it is. That lurker on high ground. Right as the army was pushing in here to attack this center left, we saw those emergency sunken colonies going down. He was trying desperately to hold on against this, and that lurker on high ground caught this wave of probes. Look at how many kills this gets. Oh my god, dropping from over 50 workers, nearly 60, down to just 40, and another wave of probes. Oh my god. No, BISU. Oh, he's microing so hard with 300 APM, but look at this. Another wave of probes goes down. All of these boys are going to fall. And 22 kill lurker here on high ground, dropping that worker count to just 31. I imagine that if BISU had managed or had taken a different base, if he'd taken this base, or if he had put something up here to defend against this lurker drop, he would have possibly won this game. Likely he would have won this game, because without really harassing the Zerg economy at all, you know, no storm drops during this game that I saw, no big attacks, or no you know, zealot drops to kill a bunch of workers, no reaver drops or anything like that, no harassment in general from BISU. He still almost managed to take that game. It was very, very close. But that lurker, definitely MVP of this match. Now we're gonna jump into game number 2. Wow, an absolutely incredible start to this series. Game number 1 was just so crazy. What can you say? But the drops made all the difference in the world. Those lurkers keep running up to the top left-hand corner. I feel like both players are putting an artificial handicap on themselves. Like, BISU never went for any drops that game. He never tried to harass the economy. And, you know, Soma, he just kind of hung back. Didn't really build too many lurkers. Didn't set up big lurker walls at his, or defensive positions. And now he's going for a 7 pool. So game number 2, getting started here. A 7 pool coming down for Soma. And this is probably going to do huge damage. We got a gateway first from BISU. These lings are going to be hitting so quick, and with speed as well. He's going to mine 100 gas. He's going to get speed here. He's going to run these lings across the map as quickly as possible. See what kind of damage he can get done. And I think it's going to be a very difficult hold here for BISU. He's probably going to have just 1 zealot out by the time these lings are on the way across the map. By the time they get to this gateway, he might have 2 zealots. This is going to be likely a quick one here. If BISU holds off, if he manages to hold the ramp and keep this pylon alive, then immediately Soma gonna lose this one. He sees the Lings as they're coming out of the base, so great scout here for BISU. He's gonna know exactly the timing of when he needs to pull the probes. He's gonna have a second zealot on the way. He may even build a shield battery here. Okay, a forge at the front. I don't know if that's ever gonna come into play. I think almost a shield battery might have been better, but he's gonna get the forge down. If he gets a cannon up and the Lings haven't done massive damage, then he's just gonna win this game. There we go. He's got the wall. The wall is up here. This doesn't prevent the attack, though. Eventually, we're gonna have a lot more Lings here. He's gonna start to hit this gateway. As the gateway starts to go down, you'll have to pull the zealots out to fight that. So here we go. Going after the gateway a little bit, putting a little damage onto that. I wish that he would just put one Ling right there and just start hitting the gateway. Third zealot is now out. Oh god, this is not going well for Soma. Soma, the cannon is almost done here, my friend. You've got to get in as quickly as possible. There we go. He's gonna start to hit the gateway now, but it's way too late. We're about 90% done this cannon. And as it finishes up, that cannon is going to completely shut this attack down. Gateway is going to go down, though. 40, 30 HP. Oh, he kills it. And he's going to back off. What did I just witness? Probe still here in the main. Now going to get tracked down by a Ling. Oh, Lings are trying to run by here, but they get blocked. 3 probes and 2 zealots here. Able to hold that back. And with the cannon up, I think this is just a complete loss here for Soma. I don't see how you can come back with just 6 drones. 6 drones to 19 probes and a second cannon on the way. I think Soma may try it. He may try to break through one more time, but when he sees the second cannon is about to finish, he may just tap out. I get it. He tried it. What? Am I missing something? What just happened? Okay, BISU left the game. That didn't make any sense. Did I miss something on the map here? I don't think so. Very confusing stuff. I don't know why BISU tapped out. Why he just decided to leave. Very, very strange. I gotta say, a very confusing game, that game number 2. Not sure what that was all about, but here we are in game number 3. We've got Soma up here in the top right. BISU down in the bottom right, and I hope we're not gonna see another 7 pool, man. That was so weird. And BISU leaving the game, also very, very strange. That's... I don't know why you go 7 pool also, by the way. Maybe just to punish a greedy Nexus or a slow, very slow forge timing. If their forge is a little bit late, then you can just get in there and get a free win, an instant win. But I don't feel like that's Soma's style. I don't know why he would pull that out on that map. But here we are in game number 3. We've got a regularly timed pool. It's just an over pool here, or actually that's a little bit later than an over pool, isn't it? I think he started a drone before the pool, so actually I'm not 100% sure on that. That was a little bit weird. Because usually you go to 9 drones, all of your drones pop out, and then you start an overlord, and then you start the spawning pool, and then you start another drone. So I think that was just a little bit different from Soma, but I'm not sure exactly how. The third base is gonna be forced over here because the probe harassing at the natural. So the third base actually forced to be closer to the Protoss player now. We've got a forge opening here from BISU, and this is not ideal for the Zerg. Generally, you'd like to be expanding away from the Protoss player, but it could be strong if you wanted to go for, say, a Hydralisk bust. The rally point is quite a bit closer. You gotta move this Overlord. I don't like this. This has happened to me before. Okay, he is gonna move that. You know, you just kind of right-click your Overlord towards the enemy natural, and then maybe you're really microing hard to kill this probe in your base, and suddenly the cannon finishes and kills your Overlord. It's pretty frustrating, pretty embarrassing. That's definitely happened to me before. Now, flying here to the main, he sees no gas just yet. Of course, gateway is down. Be waiting for that cybernetic score before the gateway comes, but Lings spreading out on the map. They seem to have killed off that probe. So a bit of obfuscation now for SOMA. BISU doesn't really know what's going on, and will SOMA take advantage of that? Is he gonna throw down a Hydralisk Den here? We'll have to see. Gotta be careful with the Lings in the front here. Of course, I don't doubt SOMA is gonna be on top of that, but sometimes you might have your Ling sitting here and a probe can just slip right by. Your Lings won't even auto attack onto that, especially if your opponent is brown. Brown can be hard to see on the minimap sometimes, especially if you're moving lightning fast as what SOMA is. 420 APM. Hashtag blaze it. This man is blazingly fast. Few drones here at the third. We don't have anything at the natural just yet. Do we have no Hydralisk Den, no layer, or no layer? What are we doing with this gas? Okay, Hydralisk Den. All right, Hydralisk Den does start. There was a lot of gas before that Hydralisk Den went down. I'm not sure what the thinking was there. There's the Stargate in the main. So everything's lining up here very nicely for SOMA. We are gonna have a Hydra bust. This is just 5 workers. We've got 2 here, so pretty low eco Hydra bust as well. And this is gonna come really, really hard, really, really fast. He's going for range first as well, which means you're not gonna be able to run up, shoot down a cannon and run away. You're probably gonna really commit here as SOMA. Jumping on top of some of these zealots, forcing them back into the wall. BISU would love to get a zealot on the map so he could actually see what's going on. First Corsair is on the way here, but Hydras are already in production, walking across the map. This is scary. With only 18 drones, the economy is terrible right now for SOMA. He's got almost no economy. This is even lighter than a 973, right? We've got 952. That's a new build for me. I haven't really seen that. You're not going to be able to produce full Hydra off of all your hatches. That's why he's adding in a lot of Lings here. So Hydras are going to come up. Lings are going to be sent to the front here to battle with the Zealots. That's a lot of Lings, though. My goodness, that is a lot of Lings. So he's going to dive here on top of the Zealots with the Lings. The Hydras are going to try and knock down these cannons. One cannon goes down. The Hydra range helping out a ton. So this is such a cool build, actually, from SOMA. He's going to jump on top of the cannons with all of them going down. The Lings are going to get in here eventually. Probes are doing a great job of blocking, but jumping right in on top of these cannons now. The Lings are going to go to work on those, and pretty much every probe has gone down now. He's struggling to get through this wall, but the Ling number is way too high. He kills the last cannon. BISU is defeated. Great build here from SOMA. Really, really cool. I'm going to have to copy this, man. This is awesome. 5-2. No speed. He didn't get the speed until after the bust. So probably not having enough gas. He was just pumping out pure Ling and just Hydra with whatever gas he had, and then Ling to follow it up. Looks like there was only 5 Hydras maybe in that attack. So 5 Hydras and just a buttload of Lings. Lings come in, attack the Zealots. Hydras kill the cannons at the wall. This all happens before the Corsair is across the map, and there you have it. A brand new bust from SOMA, showing us the way how to take down Protoss in the early game, and we're going to jump into game number 3. Well, that was a really cool build there from SOMA. I am not familiar with that one. If you are, if you've seen it before, let me know in the comments down below, because that looks completely new to me. The 952 Ling Hydra with range build. It's pretty cool how it obfuscates. It really hides the build well by having Ling speed in the early game. You're getting that Ling speed out pretty quick, and so generally Ling speed, you're going to go into a more normal game. You're not going to Hydra bust with Ling speed. Like 973 does not have a lot of extra gas to work with. You're not like having a glut of gas. You've only got 3 drones on 1 gas geyser. You're building pure Hydra, and the upgrades for Hydra cost quite a bit. So, you know, that extra 100 gas, you're probably not gonna have that. But with that build that we just saw, you get the Lings out early. It helps, or the Ling speed out early. It helps you to shut down scouting information with either Zealots or probes, and then it also allows you to, you know, jump in a little bit faster. It allows you to hit a little bit faster than the regular 973. I mean, if that's just what we're doing now, if that's like the new build, I feel sorry for these Protoss players on the ladder, or Protoss players in ASL, who are now gonna have to try and figure out if that build is coming as well on top of the 973. Like, you're gonna have to have some incredible scouting in order to figure out exactly what's coming with that build in the pocket of Zergs as well. That is a fearsome build. Now we've got Gateway first here, and generally it's not a good idea to Hydra bust against Gateway first, but I don't know, with that build we just saw, that might still work. There's a problem with the Gateway first, is there's going to be a lot more Zealots, and Zealots can go out on the map, they can scout you, and also when you try to dive in on the cannons, the Zealots are going to come forward and try to block the Hydras and kill the Hydras. But if you're going for that build, the 952, if you're bringing up a ton of Lings to fight the Zealots, and then you use range to kill the cannons with 5 Hydra, that actually might be okay. You might be able to hold on. Where's the Zealot? Do we have a Zealot out? Where's the Zealot? Okay, Lings are in here. They're getting in the base. They're getting some kills, actually. I really thought we should have a Zealot out by now. Did I miss something? All right. Quickly jumping back here. We had the Nexus first. That's why. Nexus first, then Gateway. Oh, you greedy bugger. You greedy man, BISU. BISU has to pull probes here in order to hold off these 3 Lings. Just imagine if 6 Lings had been popping out right now. I think he could have fought the probes and possibly killed the pylon with 6 Lings. But he didn't know about this Nexus first, so he's gonna go after the pylon. He forces the probes to fight. It's like 1 Ling goes down pretty darn fast, but 2 probes slowing down to this, like negating a bit of the power of this Nexus first, at least I can say. 3rd base is gonna go down here at the bottom left. And more Lings popping out here. He's gonna stop the... Okay, he didn't see that. It's a little bit unfortunate. Ling here in the main base being controlled. Maybe a little over control there from SOMA. First Zealot is here. Oh boy, he left the... Oh god, he left the cannon alone, and we've got Lings coming up. This cannon is gonna go down. The Zealot should be in the wall here. 2nd Zealot does pop out, but where is it rallied to? Where are these Lings rallied to? What am I watching? Okay, they're gonna fight this Zealot. They should be able to defeat the Zealot. More Lings are going to come up here. He should go after this cannon. Cannon going to be targeted down here. Probes are doing their best, but the cannon looks like it will go down. Lings here in the natural doing a bunch of damage. We still need to do more though, because we're 10 probes to 23 23 probes to 10 drones, excuse me. And if he gets this wall up with the probes in the wall and the Zealots in the wall and the cannon gets up, he is going to be in a lot of trouble. Jumping forward, he is going to go after the cannon. Okay, there you go. He's going to go after this cannon. Trying to put some damage on that. And he forces the cancel again. Oh no. This is not good. This is not good. One more Zealot going to pop out here. He needs the Zealot so badly. One more Zealot going to be able to clog up the wall. If he can get a Zealot here and a Zealot probe over on this side, he may be able to hold on. He's pulling the boys right to the front right now. Getting ready to fight these Lings. Lings are just going to try to run by. Lings running by here, going for the cannon. Ling's getting on top of the cannon, but actually, I think he might be able to hold on. The Ling's speed finishes up, though, and the cannon finishes. He's just got to hold here. He's just got to hold here. Oh, they're going to run by into the main. 1, 2 get by. One with very low HP. That was a pretty decent hold, though, from BISU overall. He needs to get this Zealot over here in this part of the wall with a probe. Oh, he's gonna run by again. I think 1, 2 more Lings do get by into the main. We need a cannon here in the main now with 3 Lings running around. It's gonna be a serious problem. 13, 14 workers. Now droning up is SOMA. You can see his drone saturation's looking dismal right now. Sacrificing a lot of early economy here to try and get this damage done, and it's not totally worked out. He did kill the cannon a few times, but now we've got the wall in here. He's not going to be able to do that again. These are all Lings ready to pounce on some Zealots if they decide to come out, but if the Zealots don't come out, this is all could have been drones, and that's not good. We've got 12, so 6 drones could have been made there. Zealots are going to move out on the map. At the moment they decide to move out, he's going to run by this wall. Oh, the probe pull is so clutch, though. Probe's getting out here and blocking all of these Lings from getting by. Gonna jump on top of the probes, kill as many as he can. Try to run by into the main, but the blocking just so good. So good there from BISU. Absolutely fantastic. And now we've got a creep colony coming up. He wants to make a sunken just to hold off these 5. Okay, he cancels as more Lings pop out. 6 more sets of Lings, but this is badly eating into the economic engine here for SOMA. I think he's gonna run around, try to get behind here. Hydras are gonna be popping out soon, though. This Zealot move, I think he should have just gone after drones here. Putting the Zealots behind the minerals, I mean, it's annoying, but we're gonna have Hydra. Hydra's gonna come out. They're gonna park themselves right here, start hitting these Zealots. The Zealots will be forced to move forward, and now that the Lings are in high enough number, they'll just surround and kill that, no problem. Corsair out here on the map, gonna get a couple of kills at least. So unfortunate for SOMA, he sent 2 overlords across the map, and now we've got Hydras out. Oh, GG is called. SOMA taps out. I guess he realized he was going to lose a few too many overlords. His position was not looking good. I'm surprised he decided to tap out right now, but you know, this is a ladder game. It's not an ASL finals or anything like that. Working from a position like this, wow, look at that blood splatter. That is that's something else. I've never seen where a Zealot killed a Hydra and the game ended just like that. And instant pause here, mid-death of this Hydra. Damn, that is crazy. This is why, you know, I made a video about why Broodwar is better than Starcraft 2, why it's done better over time, and maybe, you know, I think this is why. It's just cool. The gore, the actual, like, the sounds, the game sounds, the visuals are just so much better. This looks like an actual exploding Hydra. Like, he just got ripped apart by a Psyblade. That is cool as hell. Love it. Love this game. Love this match. This is a cool ass match, by the way. BISU just holding on so fantastically with his probes, managing to get away with the Nexus first. It's just super impressive probe control. Like, no one else in the world can stop a Zergling bust from SOMA quite like that. This is SOMA. This is the 420 APM Zerg player who is so fast, so good with his early lings, and to just hold him off like that at the natural when the build order was so bad, like the Nexus first versus the overpool where the lings are already in your natural before cannon can even start, before zealot can even start. By the way, we went Nexus gateway instead of Nexus and forge, so that's just proof of the overall confidence that BISU has in this matchup with his early zealot control. And well, although someone taps out a little bit early here, we've still got more games to come, guys. We're gonna jump into game number 4. All right, here we go once again on Neo Sylphid. And I don't know, is BISU gonna try another Nexus first here? I feel like Neo Sylphid's not the map for Nexus first, but maybe he feels like he can get away with it. Not going for the early scout here. Scout probably gonna be after gateway, if I had to guess. That's kind of what it's looking like. Yeah, he's sending out the probe now, so not gonna be Nexus first once again. He's gonna get a gateway here, and play things out a little bit more normally. He got away with it once, but let's not push our luck here as BISU. I think that really that last game was less about SOMA being in an unwinnable position and more about just the frustration factor there, where SOMA, he had the build order advantage, he had the opportunity to get in there with the lings and deal massive damage, but it just wasn't able to take on BISU's probe mic. BISU's probe micro are just way too strong. He managed to fight in the natural, keep him back for way too long. Oh, he's gonna get this. Oh, the block. Oh man, and a pylon as well. So annoying. So annoying here from BISU. Yeah, I think that was just an annoyance tap out there. He was definitely salty. And the counter attack as well. He had this really well timed out counter attack where he had so many lings. As the zealots were moving out, he dives into the natural and the probes just block everything perfectly. He's not able to get on the cannon and cancel it. Ugh. Just everything going not quite right for SOMA in that game. And now here he's been blocked at his natural, so he's had to throw down the hatch at the third base location. His lings are moving across the map, but a zealot is here. This is a very awkward situation here, where the zealot, I mean, it's not good because you're gonna let lings in your main. Definitely these lings are getting in the main, but at the same time, we've got a zealot here in the main for SOMA. He's gonna lose a drone. Oh man, that's so painful. One drone goes down. Just even one drone is so big here. It's crushingly hard for the economy to recover. Gonna try and get one more drone. The drones are sent to the damaged drone here, sent to the gas mining, so that is gonna stay alive for now. We're running behind the natural, or the main minerals. Drone gets pulled off to try and help out. He does finish that off, gets the 1 kill. Second zealot gonna make its way over here. 2 zealots in the main trying to deal with these lings. I don't think they have any kills yet. No kills just yet, but zealot here in the natural is gonna be doing some work, forcing out some more lings. This is already kind of a strange, weird game. I hate games like this as Zerg, when you have to control lings in your opponent's main and you have to fight zealots back at home. It's so hard. But 440 APM, we're only at 4 minutes in the game. You know that SOMA is used to dealing with this, and also Probably one of the best in the world at doing so. So a few more drones popping out. This got to get to mining. What are you doing with your APM, man? Send your worker. Send your worker. I guess it's all about these lings right now. He's going to try and kill this zealot that's tucked itself in between the gas and minerals. Very, very annoying. Trying to hit this egg. I don't know what that's for. 5 more drones going to pop out, and we've got a Hydra's den on the way, so he's not having it. He is not having it right now. Do not want to be taking this into a late game. Soma is going to do some sort of Hydra bust. We've got 3 drones here. We've got 4 drones here. Are we going to go 973? Looks like we're going 952. Well, actually 943, but lings are out. Lings have the speed. This is the bust from earlier, so a repeat game of that earlier game. Hydra pops out here. He's actually going to reveal the Hydra right away, and he's gone for Hydra speed early this time instead. So Hydra speed rather than Hydra range to get rid of well, he's got to get rid of this zealot, but that zealot actually may win BISU the game, because that zealot revealed the entire strategy here from Soma. And actually, this is crazy. He's faked this and gone for drones now, but 3 zealots are going to walk into his natural right as his army gets over here. Okay, the lings are going to be sent back. Lings do have speed, so they probably will be able to deny this from doing much damage here. He's going to send 1 zealot into the natural, deal as much as he can. Probably not going to get any kills. 2 zealots in the main are probably going to get something here, unless Soma's control is perfect. Going after a couple of drones. Nice job keeping that alive, and also going to shut down this zealot. So this is an interesting game now, right? We had an idea for a bust here, but the Overlord dies as well. So that Overlord going down is kind of big. If we get into a Dark Templar, you're never going to be able to break this. Corsair's out on the map, kind of revealing everything. The Zealots were shut down, so they didn't do any damage. But it's not a comfortable position to go into a macro game from. Still not going to be feeling good here as Soma, but it's not the worst thing in the world. BISU, I think he's going to be feeling excellent. He figured out what was coming. He kind of deciphered the 952 build and really peeled it apart here, not allowing it to take him down once again. We can still see this work, though. I mean, he could dive here. There's only 5 cannons. With this number of lings, you run forward, you gun down a couple of cannons, and you rally lings forward and do it again once the lings are all dead. That is a possibility. Actually, he can range this forge. Oh, it's not going to be enough, though. Not in time. Forge upgrade is going to finish here. Lings are going to run forward. That was an accident. That was an accident. Letting some lings die there for free. The forge finishes this upgrade. Looks like he'll have to cancel +1 armor here. I don't know why he even started it. Okay, there we go. He did cancel it in time. So he's going to refund those minerals, and he's going to start another forge here in the main. There it is. A few more hatches going up. I love the Sim City here from Soma, making it so hard to get in on this. A bunch of zealots heading out now. They do have that +1 and speed, so this is going to be an incredibly difficult hold here for Soma. Luckily, he does have this fantastic Sim City, but will it be enough? 4 of the Hydras actually get caught. Oh, he manages to pull back a few of those caught Hydras. Really, really good play from him. Zealots are going to head down to the bottom center. They're going to get on top of this 3rd base. Drones are likely going to end up dying here. Hydra's going to be pulled out. Onto the bridge is a pretty good place to fight. We've got a Sunken here, so Sunken making a lot of making up a lot of this defense. Looks like 3-4 maybe drones went down during this fight. This last Zealot is going to die, and BISU will have to fall back for now. Did he get any kills with these Corsairs? I don't think so. All of these Overlords still seem to be alive, and we're not supply blocked. So a decent hold there from SOMA. That was a tough situation, but it was made a lot more manageable by this Sim City. If you didn't have the Sim City here with these tiny little holes, and also moving the egg here blocks this off. I think you can still slip through with a Zealot here and right there, but you can move both the larvas over to the left-hand side and then build eggs to block this off. So that is immaculate Sim City. Really, really impressive stuff. If I'm playing on this map, I'll absolutely have to copy that build there, that positioning. It's like Overlord here gonna die. One Overlord went down. We're stuck at 69 of 69 supply. Aw, yeah. Not really where you want to be, but here comes another comes another Overlord. Gonna lose that Corsair, unfortunately. Fourth base going down for SOMA. Has a +1 on the way. No double upgrades coming for BISU. So the common follow-up to losing your early forge is to go double forge just to keep up in the upgrades, but he's not done that this game. Only single evolution chamber here for SOMA. And you know, I would love to see a second evolution chamber. I think it's so strong. I've been using it a lot myself recently. Comes in towards the natural, but hey, look, there's a DT and some High Templar ready to go, so you cannot be diving in to the natural right now. Quite a few Zealots coming over here to the main area. This is also great. Look at this. So smart here. I guess you can't get Zealots through that. Am I right about that? Am I wrong about that? I feel like it's so big visually, but maybe that like little doodad right there is blocking that. And then you can move your egg to right there, and then only this area that Hydras and Zealots can move through. That is crazy. This is such a good wall. I love it. I love it. It's a struggle to get a good wall on Neosylphid, but I'm going to be copying this. I'm imprinting this onto my brain right now, making sure that I remember this building positioning. Templar out here. The Zealots are actually very far away over here in the top center, so Hydra's going to be coming up. Maybe they can snipe a Templar or two. It looks like this Templar are going to be sacrificial here, walking right up next to the Hydras. Nice storm there in the middle. Some Zealots are going to be sent back here to join this fight, but man, all the Templar are going to go down, and Dragoons fall as well. So a little bit of a mistake. These Zealots should have been with that army to tank damage for the Dragoons and keep the Zealots alive, but now we've got Lurkers morphing here right outside the natural of BISU. BISU is going to end up getting contained here, it looks like. Dragoons and Zealots moving through the middle, but this is just pure Zealot Dragoon force. A little bit overwhelming though at the moment. This is not enough Hydra, but with the addition of the Lurkers, you're not going to be able to fight this. So the Zealots are forced away. Good timing though for that that retreat from BISU, not taking too many spines, keeping most of these Zealots healthy and all of the Dragoons alive. So as the Templar meet with this army, we're gonna have a powerful force moving out on the map, and the third base is going down. This is a very hard third base to counterattack. There's not a lot of room, especially with the Protoss force moving through the middle of the map. How are you gonna get around and actually stop this from going down? I don't think you are going to be able to. Is this a drop? Oh, a drop into the main. Drop into the main as BISU pushes towards the natural. This is going to be huge damage here in the main. It's going to go for the natural as well. Drop some Lurkers over here. We'll have to pay attention to that. Beautiful Lurker egg here in the wall. That's going to shut down this push pretty well here. Lurker going to drop. Where's the Lurker? He needs to drop this Lurker. There's one Lurker in one of these, I think. Oh, maybe it's not. I really thought there was a Lurker in there. There it is. There's the Lurker. He's going to try and send it to the third base here. Third base of SOMA may end up going down during this fight because there's just not really enough here to defend. He can't really come out. He needs a wall to defend. There's no Lurkers back at home. All of the drones are going to fall here at the 6 o'clock. Oh, looks like, what is this? A DT? 8 kill DT? Oh my god. 8 kill DT here in the fourth base. Oh, that's so painful. Lurker and Hydra over here at the top left. Looks like they're going to be cleaned out as well. BISU taking the better end of this trade overall. It looks like he clears out the main as well. He keeps his Nexus alive. This DT may end up killing... Oh god, the Overlord moved the Overlord. Okay, finally he's going to move the Overlord, but all of the hatcheries go down at the 6 o'clock. Crazy, crazy match here, guys. Just so much happening on the map. That drop, I mean, it adds so much craziness to these battles when you've got drops going on, when you've got DTs at the same time, plus the attack coming in from the Protoss player. I don't know how I'm supposed to pay attention to all of this at the same time. I don't know how these players are paying attention to everything at the same time. I guess that explains the 350 APM. Looks like SOMA's APM dropping a little bit here as he realizes the damage has kind of been done. Going back up to 47 workers though. He's produced a lot of workers in the last couple of minutes, but can he hold his bases here with all of those drones, not being fighting units? And he's very low on the larva right now. There's not enough larva. Oh, the block. Beautiful block there with that lurker egg. If he doesn't block with that lurker egg, I think the zealots get up this ramp and actually kill this hatchery. So the block there is so clutch from SOMA, just barely keeping that alive. Look at that, 2 HP on that egg as well. So I don't think that BISU knew it, but he probably could have just attacked that with the Dragoon and killed it and then gotten up there. But he doesn't. Super important moment there as SOMA saves this base. He's actually got a reasonable drone count now. He doesn't have the hatchery count that he needs though, and I don't think he's been upgraded. He's got +2 upgrades, but he hasn't gone for the armor or the melee attack yet, so the late game is not really secure here. Lurker being dropped in the back of the main base, gonna be a bit annoying to deal with. Lurkers here in the front gonna be set up. This is just a pure Dragoon force. You can't be losing these Dragoons right now, BISU. Oh god, nice blocking with the Hydras as well. SOMA making miracles happen in this game, truly. This has been a crazy back and forth, but it's starting to look like he's taken an advantage. Although 4th base is going up for BISU and it's not contested. His army is still going to continue to grow, but his minerals are just about out. Minerals in the main are pretty much gone. Natural is empty. He's going to transfer here to the 3rd base, and eventually he will get this 4th up. But SOMA, I mean, he's going to have this base going. He's still got minerals in the main. He's still got minerals in the natural. 4th base is going well. 3rd base is back up and running. Hydra force is huge here, walking through the middle. There's not that many Templar here. He's gonna need beautiful storms in order to hold this off. Lurkers running forward, actually getting sniped pretty easily. 2 cannons on the high ground. Can SOMA get up here and melt them? He should be able to. There's no storm up there, so he should be able to just run up this ramp and actually kill that. But the force from BISU may flank it, and that would be a bad trade for SOMA. So it looks like he's not going to do that for now. Just going to send some Hydras forward. Maybe try to snipe a Dragoon or 2. Maybe a Templar if he can. A lot of Lurkers here. Needs to spread them out, though. Lurker spread needs to be very good here. A lot of Dragoons in this army and quite a few Hydras. There we go. The Dragoons spreading out and killing a few of those Lurkers right off the bat. The storms come down as soon as the Hydras move into position to fight this. Lurker's going to be firing on these Dragoons. He picks off a couple more of these Dragoons. Hydra's just being rallied forth endlessly here. Lurkers are trying to come forward as well, and SOMA's trying to batter down BISU here with the layer tech. Just pure Hydra Lurker, nothing else being produced right now. Dragoons are all that's coming out for BISU as well. We don't have any more upgrades. We're just on 1-2 here for BISU and 2-0 for SOMA. With no further upgrades coming, these 2 guys are going to fight and come to a head here soon. where one player is either going to be able to, Protoss is either going to be able to hold and secure this base, or SOMA's going to be able to knock down that base, and that'll probably be the end of this game. I don't see this game going much further than that. Hydra's coming up here, killing off an observer or two, and actually with no observer here, he can't fight these lurkers. Lurkers are going to continue to push forward, and as they get closer and closer, oh, there's one observer coming out, and Hydras are not reacting. Hydra's not assisting here with this defense. The lurker lines go down. Looks like SOMA was busy dealing with something else. A drop here in the main. Another Templar. 29 kills. Oh my god. 29 kill Templar in the main base. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, SOMA. SOMA, GG. He taps out. Let's go back here. That's why he wasn't paying attention to the lurker line. Now I see. Oh, that's so painful. Where is it? Well, it looks like he was paying attention at this point. We've got the Templar here. I guess it already did some damage. How does this get in and deal more damage? So the fight's going on, you know, there's tons going on right now for the Zerg player to pay attention to. Moving lurkers, positioning Hydras, trying to get snipes off, try to defend the lurkers, dodging storms. Everything's happening at the same time. When does this Dark Templar come in? Looks like it's already managed to get a few kills, but not too many, and all the Hydras have been pulled from the main, so I guess it's now. He's got the lurker contained here. He sniped the observer. The observer has been sniped, so he can move forward. There goes those two lurkers, unfortunately there. An observer is about to pop out, so then he can push forward once again. When is this Templar coming in? Okay, it's gonna come in now. Right as BISU's pushing forward here, he's throwing down some storms. He drops this DT. How many kills does the DT have? It's already got 20 kills. Okay, we missed something earlier on, but there we go. He's gonna clean up all the drones in the main as well. Every single drone going down here during this fight. Wow, that's crazy. The DT drops from BISU, just dealing immense damage, and he pushes through while SOMA's paying attention to that. Very good play here from BISU. Absolutely fantastic. I'm gonna go back even further. I may end up editing this out, but I want to see when okay, here it is. Actually, it's already got those kills. So where was this? Where's the shuttle? Oh, here it is. It's got 9 kills. Okay, so it has 9 kills. We're just gonna watch this. Just watch this DT here. Here comes the shuttle. Picks up the DT. DT goes into the main. Kills every single worker in the main. Drops them down to 35 workers. And then it comes back in again later to clean up, to finish up the job that it started. Really impressive stuff there from BISU. Managing to get a bunch of kills. I guess maybe it was the one that was hitting this hatchery here that killed a bunch of workers earlier. Man, DT is so strong, man. So crazy strong. Dealt immense damage. I think that's probably the reason why he won. Maybe the earlier Zealot here at the natural. This Zealot here that spotted out the entire strategy from SOMA. That was a clutch Zealot. But even more MVP was this DT right here with, what was it, 25 kills at the end. That's just crazy good. 23, 24, 29 kill Zealot. My god. All right, let's jump into our next game. All right, our final game of the night, SOMA versus BISU. This series is wrapping itself up. Had a lot of back and forth here. I'm not sure I'm even gonna count the the wins and losses here, because some of these games have been a little bit crazy, a little bit ridiculous. Like tapping out incredibly early or tapping out when you're in a winning position. I don't know if these guys are taking it fully seriously. Some of these games have been serious though. That last one, very serious indeed. We got to see a repeat of the 9-5-2, and how BISU was able to deal with it was beautiful. Handled it amazingly well. Took it to a late game. The DT play was fantastic. Of course, game number 1 is a legendary game, by the way. That is super, super good. Man, that game was... That's... You know, when you're in my position and you're constantly looking for games on the ladder, you're logging in every day to kind of check out, you know, who's been playing games, what's going on, you know. Looking for hidden gems. You know, you can't just look at a replay and go, oh yeah, this is gonna be a good game. You can see the time, you can see the players, like the game time, you can see who's playing, you can see the APMs and stuff like that, but you can't see a legend, whether the game's gonna be legendary like that one or not. You just kind of have to watch tens and hundreds of games before you can find a beauty like that game, and that certainly was one of those diamonds in the rough. Now we're here in game number 6. Will this be another one of those great games? Only time will tell. Zealots coming out here on the map. Gonna be putting the pressure on to SOMA here in the early game. But this is a double gateway build. Oh boy. So not going to be throwing down Nixes. He's gone for like this sort of fake, but look at that. Overlord sees everything. 2 probes are being pulled. What? Okay. We're going to pull 2 probes and 3 zealots and try to win the fight here. Third probe is right there. So 3 probes, 3 zealots. Now, as SOMA, if I'm the Zerg player right now, I feel like we're just gonna fall back. We're gonna fall back, and then we're gonna fall back, and then we're gonna fall back, and we're gonna wait until we have as many lings as humanly possible. Okay, he is gonna have some drones pulled here for the fight as well. So drones versus probes, fight. Let's see how this goes. Probe micro versus drone micro, SOMA versus BISU. It all comes down to this. 3 drones in this army, pushing everything back. Just a few zealots here coming up to the front. Oh, not gonna be able to get a shot off on that, but manages to kill one of those lings. Drone here trying to mess up the movement of the zealots, but the zealots just take this fight home so one-sidedly. And there you guys have it. BISU, the superior player. Just kidding, guys. I'm sure that SOMA is a little bit ticked off about that loss, but pretty good control there by BISU. Maybe a little bit of a miscontrol from SOMA. He tried to dance his drones on top of the zealots, but it just didn't take. The zealots kept attacking, and they easily cleaned up all of the lings. That's a tough attack to hold off. Especially if you made a couple of drones, which I think he did. You kind of have to pull drones with this fight, and you just have to non-stop build lings. If you're building lings non-stop with 2 hatches, you should be able to hold off at least long enough to get up a sunken, and then once you have a sunken, you're in a fairly comfortable spot. So unfortunate someone wasn't able to take this long. That's the last game of the series, guys. BISU takes him down, and that is it. There weren't any further games here, at least on that day. I may be looking out for more SOMA versus BISU games though, because this has been a pretty incredible series. I've enjoyed this a lot. Probably the best, arguably the best Zerg player in the world right now against, I don't think it's arguably the best Protoss versus Zerg player in the world. BISU, I think he is the GOAT of PvZ right now. Mini is up there. He's honorable mention, but I think that BISU is the GOAT of this matchup. Kind of like how Snow is the GOAT of the Protoss versus Terran matchup. But I digress, guys. This has been an excellent series. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, if you liked the video, make sure to like the video. This has been your daily dose of Broodwar, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.